dragon dance, dance the dragon dance. Do the 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 dragon dance, dance the dragon dance.
Welcome to a springtime virtual Dragon Cafe. Yes, it certainly is springtime. Everything's budding up out there. Sun is shining. I hope some of you have been able to get out there and enjoy some of it. And if you can't get out, then I hope you've seen on the Connect site our little adventure for this week, which Linda thought up, was windowsill gardening, where you can actually have stuff growing in your own house. So I'm going to see if Declan is around. So let's have a look. Hello, Declan. Can you hear me? We can see you. I can't hear you just at the moment. Try again.
Can't hear me?
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's at this end. So, how are you doing? I can hear you now.
Doing all right. Oh, you can hear me now. Brilliant. Yeah. I'm doing all right, actually. And I thought I'd add something a little bit more to my my backdrop this week. So I'm kind of bridging. I'm bridging the inspirations and the weekly adventures. So this week's invitation is about growing and growth. Last week's we were looking at like sketching, plants and nature, and we were particularly looking at David Hockney's work. So this is a Hockney print that I put up.
Oh, is it? I didn't recognise it as Hockney, but
yeah, it's one of his iPad drawings. And actually, you prompted this nicely, because it is called The Arrival of Spring in Walgate, East Yorkshire.
Oh, wow.
So this is something I picked up there.
Oh, yeah,
so
nice.
I thought I'd add a bit of greenness to the backdrop. And as you've been talking about the windowsill gardening, I've also made a little post on Connect as well, with some lettuce plants that I picked up the seeds from during our workshop at the Dragon Cafe in March, when we had Garden Organic in. We had Anton, who brought in some seeds, some lettuce, some rocket, and invited us to give it a grow. So there was compost, there was little pots that we could take home. And so I brought mine home, and I'm hoping it'd be lovely to think that some others of you who were at that session might have brought those home too and be growing them as we speak. So there's some pictures I put up.
Oh, look.
Growing.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that because I remember you taking that pot home in those distant days back in March.
Yeah,
So yeah, it'd be good to see how that's got on.
yeah.
That same night actually inspired me. I've got a tiny little muddy patch which has never seen any grass for the last sort of several years, and I planted some grass seeds, and there's actually a bit of greenery out there now. So yeah,
Lovely. Good time for it. And I guess lots of sunshine, but we got a bit of rain as well the other week, isn't it? So your
yeah,
grass would be enjoying that, I'm sure.
yeah, indeed, yeah. Okay, well,
Lovely stuff.
I hope you can join us later, as well, like open mic time. But
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
see that our clock is telling us that it's time for massage, so I'm going to go over to Brendan, I think. And will we see you later on?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be back in a little bit after enjoying Brendan's massage and some dance and whatever else in between.
Perfect. See you later then. And
See you later.
okay, welcome to Brendan, who's going to show us some more massage moves. So over we go.
Greetings to Virtual Dragon Cafe with Brendan. Okay, just like to give a nice big hug to my Dragon Cafe family. A nice bow to my dancing partners. I'd just like to quickly say, grab yourself some water. Always good to get your water into you. I really enjoyed last week's contributors, the musical contributors, and the dancing, and also Anthony Fiddler's Qigong and Tai Chi videos. I just saw a little bit of one of them, or I saw one of them. I'd like to see some or more of them, so I'd recommend them. So today I always start with a bit of the breathing. That's the 4-7-8 breathing, which has the big breath out, then 4 breaths in, then 7. Hold the breath for the count of 7, then exhale to the count of 8, and you repeat that 3 times. And ideally, you can do that twice a day, but whatever, as and when. It's beautiful. So here we go. Big breath out. In for the count of 4. Hold for the count of 7. Out for the count of 8. In for the count of 4. Hold for the count of 7. Out for the count of 8. In for the count of 4. Hold for 7. Out for the count of 8. There we go. That's beautiful. Don't have the breathing. Now what I'd like to do is some wall exercises. Okay, so just make our way to the hallway. So, there's some absolutely beautiful moves available to you just with the wall. The first one, this is great for tension in the neck, which is something I struggle with a lot. And that's just leaning the forehead against the wall. You can just just play with however long you like it. You can feel a relief instantly. So you can reverse it with the back of the head against the wall. Okay, and you can just, it's just a dialogue between you and your body. You can just feel the release, and you just stay for as long as is pleasing to you. And then what you could do is you can also just, you put your hands, you support yourself as you come to the wall, and then you can lean the side of your head, okay, and you can get a release as you compress your weight into the body, into the wall. You can feel the required resistance. So you just even up, just lean on the side. You can have your hands by the wall, and then release it as you please. And be gentle, be very gentle. Be gentle with your neck. If you have any issues with your neck, be very careful. I love a chest opener with the wall. You kind of go to hug the wall, and then you kind of you can isolate one arm, one chest muscle at a time by facing it and then twisting off the wall. You can see a nice release in the chest. Do the other side. A lovely release against the wall. I'll show you. You can go like a crab with the arms in a U. Okay, stand a foot or so away from the wall. This is to encourage straight back. And what you do, just wall slide up and down, wall slide up and down, nice and gentle. Really, I find it very soothing. And this could be a form of strengthening. I know there's a lot of muscle wastage at this time, and if you can just sit against the wall like this, and feel the tension in the body. Another thing I really love about the wall is leg swings. Here we are, swinging. This is like the side, the side, swinging to the side. So you can just put it in front of you, see it going past your previous hip. And this is very freeing for the hip. You can do it, obviously, even up with the other leg. Nice and gentle. Just listen to your body. Nice and freeing. Get a bit of gravity in on the situation. So the front leg. Now we've done the side. Do the front. Nice and small. Nice and small to begin with. You can go slightly higher if you feel like it. What is it? This is just lovely. So nice and freeing. You can, this was me kicking forwards. You can kick backwards, and also this is from this vantage. So I mean, this is my situation here. I've got a small alley, but I guess the key thing is that you're supported. If you need to do it from a door jamb, you get a good grip, then so be it. And yeah, just keep it. Just swing within your your ability. One other form of release is kind of like it's like a wall press up. You go like this, It's excellent for the chest. So lean in and then you can explode off it. Oh, yes, it's good. Tension can raise up in the chest, and that can be tricky. So I just want to show you, moving on to another. I'll just have a little look here. Yeah, I think what I'd like to do now is, oh yeah, there's the arm swings. I guess you could do arm swings as well. It's nice when you get a bit of gravity. You can. This is nice. You get a nice sense of play. What I'd like to encourage you is to get a sense of play and what works for you. So this is nice. This is a sense of freedom and space. That's what you want. I feel like I feel there's been some movement there. What is it? So I'd just like to show you some door jam exercises. So perhaps if my glamorous assistant came a bit closer. So what we have is, if you just place your fingers, put it behind your head, approach a door jam, and ever so gently, like I've got my one foot in front of the other, and I just slightly lean forward, and that has a nice release in the chest area. Oh, just let it sink. Again, you can just do one arm, focus on one arm at a time. That's nice and freeing. Do the left, do the right. Then there's also, if you put one hand on top of the other, there's tall arms, have a tall arm stretch. This stretches the top of the shoulders. So you can put, say, this is my right hand forward. Just do it for however long you feel, and then 10 seconds or what have you, and then flip it over to the other hand, touching. Yeah, so just that and then that. That's lovely. There's another move. It's hard to describe it, but basically I'm slightly past the door jam, and I want to hold the door jam behind me. So I want a backward stretch with the scapula. So this is what I'm doing. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm grabbing hold of the door jam, moving gently forward, and I can feel a nice backward stretch. This is very nice. Tension can creep into the shoulders. Again, this is me, my other arm, stepping forwards. Just, can you see? Yeah, I've just got, just holding the door jam like so. 3 minutes left. Okie dokie. That's lovely. There's some other moves I'd like you to come in. So what I'd like to do is to show you with the table, you can just lean your belly, lean your waist, say the top of your legs, your waist against the table and lean. What this does is the table is taking a weight. I think it's lovely to surrender your weight to the wall or another object. And I'd just like to show you another move, and this is again surrendering your weight. Okay, so here I'm just going to lean over a chair and give my weight over, and it's comforting. So here I am on the chair, and I just let the chair take my weight. It's a bit of a slow burn. It's just I like a Swiss ball, but this is an alternative. This is similar to the child's pose. So surrender your weight. I find that very, very healthy and positive. And I just hope that you find that helpful. And there's lots more good stuff. Perhaps if you'd come in just to finish it. Basically, I guess I just like to do a Corona chicken dance, for want of a better word, and that is just say hello and goodbye, and hello and goodbye with the arms and the legs. I might finish off with a nice little hug from me to you, and give yourself some love, all right? Some love and self-care, and stay well. Peace.
I definitely think the Corona chicken dance is going to catch on. Thank you very much, Brendan. And really nice moves today, very calming and comforting. And if you think that's the 4th episode, there's actually so many moves that you can pick up from these, and the videos stay there on the YouTube site, so you can come back to them at any time. So it's already building up into a great selection of moves that you can do in the confines of your own house. So you don't need to be out here in St George's Gardens, which is where I'm virtually coming from. Not the St George's Gardens, just a St George's Gardens. So, okay, let's have a look at, excuse me, I think it is about that time, isn't it? It's about that time to go on to meet Ariella and Renzo and get into some dance. So let's go.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, fellow Dragoneers.
We're so happy to be back here with you, and we hope you had a nice week and that you've been dancing.
And welcome to this 4th edition of the Virtual Dragon Cafe. And again, this week, we got 3 songs for you, which are very nice, we hope.
Yeah, we always choose the songs that we think you're going to like to dance to. And here we go with the first one. Is one of your favorites, and it's a good warm-up. So we hope you'll enjoy it.
Musica maestro.
I never meant to leave you hurting. I never meant to do the worst thing. Not to you. 'Cause every time I read your message, I wish I wasn't one of your exes. No, I'm the fool. Since you've been gone, been dancing on my own. These boys up in my zone, but they can't turn me on. 'Cause baby, you're the only one I'm coming for. I can't take no more, no more, no more. I wanna but I'm broken hearted. Cry, 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 but I like to party. Touch, 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 but I got nobody here on my own. I wanna but I'm broken hearted. Cry, 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 since the day we parted. Touch, 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 but I got nobody, so I do it so low. so low. Es solo, solo te vale. Es solo, vale. Es solo, solo te vale. I do it so low. Es solo, solo te vale. Es solo, vale. Es solo, solo te vale. I do it so low. Can't do it so low. I wanna feel when I'm broken hearted. But I like to party. But I got nobody here on my own. I wanna feel when I'm broken hearted. Since the day we parted. But I got nobody, so I do it so low. Es solo, solo te vale. Es solo, vale. Es solo, solo te vale. Es solo, solo low. Es solo, solo te vale. Es solo, vale. Es solo, solo te vale. I do it so low. So I do it so low.
So we hope you are nice and warm now.
Yeah.
And
And we at the Dragon Cafe, we travel all over the world with our music.
and now we're gonna travel to Latin America, and it's gonna be Renzo dancing. So watch out. It's
Watch
gonna
out.
give us some very good moves. Enjoy.
We hope.
Musica maestro. So I hope you enjoyed dancing to our second song. And we're ready for the third and final one.
Yes, and we're traveling to the east now with Ariella doing some nice hand movements. Enjoy the song. Musica, maestro.
We hope you liked the dance.
Thank you.
And that was our final one. And it was a nice cooling down dance. And talking about cool down, you probably remember how we do the cool down at the Dragon Cafe. After all the stretching, we do a few breathing exercises. And the very basic breathing that we always do is to calm ourselves down and to and to just readjust our heartbeat to the calmness of what we're going to be doing after the dance. So I want to show you this time the breathing that we always do is a very deep breathing using your abdominal muscles and your back muscles, and we expand them when we breathe in, and we gently, slowly squeeze them in when we exhale. And I'm going to show it to you. I just need to get into position, and hopefully you can see me. So when we breathe in through the nose, and we can count if we want to, but we don't need to, but it's a very slow inhaling if you can, but you just adapt it to your breathing capacity. So we breathe in and we expand the muscles, the belly muscles and the back muscles and all the muscles around here. And we inhale, and imagine the diaphragm is a muscle placed between our lung cavity and the stomach cavity, and that muscle we want to push it down so that we give more space to the lungs. The rib cage will expand, and we give the lungs more space to breathe in and to breathe more deeply. That's why we expand our muscles. So we breathe in, and then when we breathe out through the mouth slowly, and we try and squeeze all those muscles in very, very slowly. And then we breathe in again. And then out. And that's it. It's a very calming breathing, and it's also reoxygenate our body after the dances, especially if you do it in front of the window. And so we very much look forward to seeing you next week, and we wish to thank Martin for his technical
support.
Yeah, well,
thank you, Martin,
for his creativity, for putting the whole show together.
Yeah.
Yes, with professionality, but also with love. So thank you, and thank you all for being with us, and thanks to Renzo.
Thanks to Ariella.
And ciao, we see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Wow, thank you very, very much, Ariel and Renzo, one more time. It's certainly given me a lift, as you can see. And come back next week.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, fellow Dragoneers.
We're so happy to be back here with you. And we hope you had a nice week and that you've been dancing.
Not quite that soon. But I'm hoping that I do have Declan on the line. So let's go over and have a look. Hello there.
Hello.
Aha, you are there. That's
Hey.
good. How are you doing?
I'm here. I'm doing all right.
Good,
I'm doing all right.
good,
Really
good.
enjoyed that.
I've just fumble fingered, and we nearly had double dance then, which wouldn't have been a bad thing at all.
Well, more time.
Yeah, exactly. So, and is Lou there as well?
I am. Hi.
Oh, hello, Lou. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm fine. How are you?
It's getting to be a bit of a party, really, isn't it? So, well, you know what time it is, Lou. It's it's kind of that time, isn't it?
Do you mean time for jokes?
I
Or do you
think
mean
so.
time?
Well, it's time for open mic. So you can introduce open mic, and then I'll introduce our first act.
Okay. Well, hi everybody, and as you know, it's Monday, and it's now time for our open mic session. So, yeah, welcome.
Well,
I now hand back to Martin.
Yes, well, and our first act today is Lou. Please give her a big round of applause.
Hey.
Right, okay, guys, that was very funny. Okay, so I hope you're all well, and you've had a good week. Some of my friends this week have very kindly been sending me in some jokes, so I've got quite a few here, so we'll see how we go. So, okay, so the first one is from James. Two guys go into a bar. The first guy says, "I'll have an H2O. What are you having?" The second guy says, "I'll have an H2O2. I think it's called hydrogen peroxide, and it's used in hairdressing and is lethal." Oh.
Wow, that's a very. So you have to have a degree in chemistry to get that one.
Yeah. Okay. The next one's from Shaika. One day I came home and I saw a woman talking to a cat. I thought to myself, well, she's not talking to a cat as if it's a human. So when I got indoors, I told my dog, and me and my dog couldn't stop laughing about the incident.
Hey.
Okay. The next one is actually on YouTube, and I'm going to see if I can play it because I haven't got the accent. So.
Fire at Tesco's. That's it. No, Tesco's.
Did you hear that?
Oh,
Just about. Something about Tesco's, but I didn't quite get it.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry, I'm being very unprofessional here. Okay. Not there. Anyway, get back to the joke. Okay, so this is a joke from Flora. How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it.
hey.
Hey.
like it.
And here's some jokes from Kegsy. First one. What was the only thing left after the cheese factory exploded? Debris.
Hey.
And then the next one which is quite apt for this time we're going through. An American pastor has died after injecting himself with sodium hypochlorite. Trump is being charged with bleach of the priest.
That's a good one. That's the best so far for me.
Yeah. The next one from Kegsy is what does the cheese say to itself in the mirror? Hello me. Hello me.
Hello.
me. Okay. And from Sarah. From Sarah, her joke is, what's green and fuzzy? What's green and fuzzy? And if it fell out of a tree, would it kill you? A pool table.
Hey. I like that.
Okay. One from Rivka. What do they shout out at pantomimes?
Behind you.
Yeah, he's behind you.
Oh.
Very, very cheesy theme you've got today. Very cheesy
Yeah.
theme.
I have. I think the cheesy ones are now finished. We've just got a few more. So from Debbie, what do you call a fly with no wings? A walk.
A walk.
Why? What? Okay. Why was the sand wet? Because the seaweed.
Hey.
What did the shy pebble say? I wished I was a little bolder.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then the last one from Debbie is, a man walks into a bar, no one in there at all. But he hears lots of little voices saying things like, gosh, you're handsome. I love your hair. Lovely eyes you have. He's feeling well freaked out and calls over to the barman. I can hear voices, barman. The barman says, oh, don't worry. That'll be the complimentary peanuts. Oh, that's quite good.
That is good.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
good.
And I'm afraid this is the last one,
Oh,
which is from this is from Kath. A teenage boy is at home with his nan while his mum and dad go on holiday. After a week, the mum rings the son and asks how everything is. He said, "Really bad, Mum. The cat died." Mum was very tearful and said, "Son, that's terrible. Really, it would have been better if you broke it to me in a different way and said the cat is stuck on the roof. And then the next time I ring you, I'd have been prepared for possible bad news." A few days later, the mum rings again and asks how everything is. The son says, "All's okay, Mum, but Nan is stuck on the roof."
Oh,
boy.
no.
So well, that was
dear.
that was great, Lou. Thank you very, very much.
Okay.
And
All right, thank you.
I hope you'll come back and do that again. And
I will.
Good. Okay. So I'm just going to go over to Declan briefly now, who's got some good moves news. So see you next week, Lou.
Yeah, bye, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, Lou.
Bye. Bye, Declan. Bye.
Thanks, Lou. Good to see you.
And you.
Yeah, I'm just telling you about good moves this month, and we've got Ian, our chess master, saying the Dragon Cafe, who has created a series of videos that you can access on our Vimeo page, our Mental Fight Club Vimeo page. The links are under the videos here on the page, so you can access them there. And this week, he is starting the month of May with a look at Tony Miles, who is England's first ever chess grandmaster. So it'd be really interesting to follow the story of Tony Miles, and each episode is like a little story and a little adventure. So I think the one this week is roughly 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and it's from a match that he played, this prodigious chess talent played when he was just 12 years old. So if you'd like to follow that, Ian and Good Moves, go to our Vimeo page.
Great. Thank you very much, Declan. And we'll see you as well next week. Okay, so as you can see, this week our open mic is coming to you from Shakespeare's Globe in Southwark. So first up, we are going to go to Stafford. Now, Stafford, he gave us a song last week, and he's written a brand new song, and he shared with us his rehearsal like a day after he wrote it. So we'd like to share that with you now. So over to Stafford.
This one's called Anger Is My Energy. Oh, yeah. I cling to your memory. No longer can you hurt me. As long as I have my memories, you can't bring me down. But I'm indecisive, another bad decision. Who am I to blame this time? My mom, my sis, or my friends? None of this matters when I'm scared. My heart and brain tells us I don't care. Very little matters. cling to her memory. I've been clinging to his memories. I cling to your memory. I cling to these memories. Yeah. But it's 8 times they need us. Sisters and brothers, made a fool of you. None of this matters when I'm scared. My heart breaks in tatters. They renew the matters, so I guess nothing matters. Oh, this is their truth. Am I just being foolish? Anger is my energy. Anger is an energy. You know you gotta see. Yeah, just being blank. I was just being blanky. Just being myself. Mental health.
So, thank you very much, Stafford. That's Anger is My Energy, and that's a work in progress, but you know, there's some great melodies and in there. So, okay, I am going to hopefully go over to it's time for a poem. So who better? Well, it's not actually a poem, it's a song. It's based on an old 60s song. I'm sure you'll recognise it, but this comes from John Davison, and as ever he brings contemporary themes to everything. He's always very, very topical. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John.
Jackie to the rescue. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Puff, that magic dragon's no longer in his prime. Jackie drops off toilet rolls when he can find the time. Puff watches documentaries and comedies on Dave, thanks to solar panels now fixed above his cave. But one night Puff felt poorly. He was in deep distress, so Jackie found his cell phone and he called the NHS. When they reached reception, the nurse on duty blinked. "We don't see many dragons here. We thought you were extinct." When they found a bed for Puff, they drew the curtains tight. They didn't want their other patients fainting due to fright. Puff thankfully recovered. He was breathing like a torch. And though he burned those curtains down, Jackie met him by the porch. A naval helicopter flew them back to Honolulu. The doctors and the surgeons were all sworn to secrecy. But I spoke to a cleaner who cannot be ignored. She witnessed several scorch marks when she tidied up that ward.
Thank you very much, John. Great stuff. And okay, keeping on a topical theme, let's go over to Helen, who's got a lovely song for you. So please welcome Helen.
How you doing, people? Gonna do a little song, Marvin Gaye song. Again, to all the healthcare workers and people that are helping us. What's going on? Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know you got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Father, Father, there's no need to escalate. War is not the answer, 'cause only love can conquer hate. You know you gotta find a way to bring some loving here today. Picket lights, brother, and picket sides, brother. Don't bother me, sister, with brutality. Brother, talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? 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 Beba, beba, bee. Beba, ba, deba, bo, deba, bee. Beba, bo, dee. Beba, deba, boo. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Stay safe. Take care. Cheers, Marvin Gaye.
Thank you, Helen. Nice scat singing as well we got there. So very, very nice. Thank you very much for that timely reminder of that song. And okay, well, this part has come to you, as you can see, from Shakespeare's Globe, but we're going to go over to Liverpool. Well, actually to Birkenhead, I think. So let's see if Daniel is there. Whoops, that's not Daniel. But that is. Are you there, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello, London. This is a Cockney on the Mersey.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So what I can't work out is the boat's making me sway, but the boat stands still. But there you go. It's the strange days we're in. So, how many songs would you like me to do?
Well, I think just the one that just nice Liverpool song for now, and then come back next week. Okay,
just the one. Great, yeah. Thanks, Martin. Yeah. Well, as you can see, I'm in the virtual Liverpool and the pool of Liverpool, and in the distance there, you can see the Liver building, and further behind that, under the blue skies, is Penny Lane, and I know that for a fact because I went there a few years ago, and it was fantastic. The first time I'd ever been there. It's a beautiful place. So that's my advert for Liverpool. And out of Liverpool came some fantastic music. And particularly there's this song about Penny Lane itself. So here we go. This is my rendition. Here we go. Ready? Yes, I'm ready. Right. Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to have known. All the people that come and go, stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car. The little children laugh at him behind his back. And the banker never wears a mac in the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back Penny Lane there is a fireman with an hourglass, and in his pocket is a portrait of the Queen. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit, and meanwhile back behind the shelter in the middle of a roundabout, a pretty nurse is selling poppies from a tray, and though she feels as if she's in a play, she is anyway. Penny Lane, the barber shaves another customer. We see the banker sitting waiting for a trim, and the fireman rushes in from the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, Penny Lane.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
that was fantastic, Daniel. Thank you so much. And I bet you enjoyed Birkenhead, didn't you, more than you enjoyed Liverpool?
I did, yeah. Birkenhead's behind me.
Yeah,
They're supporting me all the way. The tax players and the rate players to Birkenhead.
That's right.
Including Martin.
That's right. That's me. All right. Thank you so much.
Assuming you
Daniel.
pay your tax, that is.
Yeah. Well, we won't go into that. So, thanks very much for doing that, and do come back next week and do it all again.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everybody out there in the Jane Cafe and beyond. Thanks very much.
All right. Take care, Daniel. Bye now. And okay, well, that brings us to the end of another show. So thank you very much to everybody who took part. Thank you, Brendan, Ariella Renzo, John Stafford, Helen, Lou, Declan, and of course Daniel. Thank you all, and everybody else who was involved. I'm on my bike, and it's time to get home, so have a good week, everybody. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Hope you can make it for next week, and enjoy a little bit of sunshine. Okay, take care. Bye for now. Oh, I tell you what, just the music we're going to go out with is from one of our greatest drummers, Tony Allen, who left us this week. So it's a Fela Kuti track, just as a tribute to him. So hope you like this, and take good care. Bye. Bye.